Olori TikTok blasted Anty Ebira over what they said allegedly that she told Kabiyesi concerning her and the twins, why they should not be allowed into the palace. When I hear this story, I said, now wow, this woman self, she doesn't even know where her problem is coming from. At first, we heard that she was fighting Queen Naomi, blasting Queen Naomi, sending Queen Naomi some threatening messages that Queen Naomi is the reason why Kabiyesi cancelled the date of their returning back to the palace. Because sometime last week, abi last 2 weeks, we heard that Kabiyesi was preparing a grand entrance back to the palace for her and the twins. All of a sudden, we did not hear about it again. And ever since then, what we have been hearing allegedly is that she have been fighting Queen Naomi everywhere, such that she even went to her church to go and create sin there, to go and embarrass herself, all because she thought it was Queen Naomi's idea that Kabiyesi cancelled the deed and is not making any effort to bring them back to the palace as it's supposed to be. But I don't know. I want to remind you that these are all alleged information. Please, before we proceed, you're welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget that they are all alleged information, and share my video, okay? So, information reaching us right now is that Olori TikTok, I don't know how she managed to find out that it was Anty Ebira that told Kabiyesi not to bring her and the twins back to the palace. I don't know her reason, because but from what we heard, they said Anty Ebira told Kabiyesi that the children are not his, you know, that Olori TikTok did arrange, that the baby are arranged babies. I don't know. Like I will always remind you, I don't know. All I do know is that Kabiyesi was the one who told us that Olori TikTok gave birth to a set of twins, a boy and a girl. If he gave us that information without knowing the real source of the baby and all of that, I don't know if he is sure, I don't know. But one thing again is that ever since we heard that Olori TikTok is pregnant, when we heard it at the initial stage, there was the time we were hearing that Anty Ebira was shouting on top of her voices, saying that Olori TikTok is not pregnant. That she is not pregnant, that she is just doing an arranged baby and all of that. That was what they say she have been saying ever since. And at that time, we heard that Olori TikTok was saying that all the while she was having miscarriages in the palace, that it has that Anty Ebira have been the one behind it, you know, and most times she will attack her both in the dream, and at the end of the day, anytime she sees her in the dream attacking her, she will wake up and notice that she is having blood stain, and before you know it, that one will it will become miscarriage and all of that. So, and anytime she's pregnant again, things like this happening. It happened severally from what we heard. So, but this last one, she decided not to associate herself with them, because before now we have been hearing that this Olori TikTok, Anty B and Anty Blue Blue with Olori Calabash, that they were one gang like that fighting against Queen Naomi's return. But when this one started having series of miscarriages, she decided to be on her own to see if her babies will stay. And the last one, according to her, she ran out of the palace. And only then, Igwe was saying that she is planning on doing an arrange. You know, before she said she was going to US to have the babies and all of that. I heard it. I don't know how true it is. Then Igwe was saying that she is not pregnant. Even there is this other news that we heard that few days before it was announced that she gave birth, that she was seen with Igwe in Ile-Ife kingdom. She was begging, she was kneeling down, begging Igbe. So, but nobody could say that this is what she was begging her up till now. At some point, we heard she said that she was begging her to forgive her anyway she have wronged her because she doesn't want to have complications during childbirth and all of that. And if that should be the case, does it mean that Aunty give people complications or anything? I don't know. I don't know. So with the way things are going right now, they said Aunty B have gone to tell Kabiyesi that you are welcoming these children into the palace at your own peril. That this lady in question, Olori TikTok, is not to be trusted. That it is an RNG, unless she is ready to provide a DNA test, to allow the children to be taken for a DNA test and all of that. That was what we heard that Aunty Igbi told Kabiyesi. And maybe that's the reason why they cancelled the date and they have not fixed another one yet. And ever since then, Aunty Olori TikTok have been fighting Queen Naomi because everything that happens, as long as it did not happen in their favor, they will start blaming Queen Naomi. But only recently, she was able to find out that Queen Naomi have no hand in it. Queen Naomi is so busy that he has a lot to talk about or do and not talking about Olori TikTok and her babies. So now that she have realized that Queen Naomi have nothing to do with it, is she going to beg Queen Naomi for forgiveness? That's another question. She have turned all her anger and frustration on Aunty Igbe, saying that they are going to put their two legs in one trouser. I mean, Aunty Igbe and Olori TikTok. That she is going to show her pepe. No be small thing. No be small thing, no. See, Aunty Igbe on the other side, and on the other hand, is receiving her own pepe too because right now, this marriage is not what they expected it to be. They are not enjoying it the way they should. Allegedly, allegedly. Because judging from what is happening right now in the palace, they say she cannot stay in the palace for some time without being disturbed by that itching stuff. So for that reason, she doesn't even come to the palace, let alone, you know, uh, experiencing that. So at this point, both Aunty Igbi, the palace is not favoring her. Olori TikTok on the other side, the palace, she have not come back to the palace. See, this is what we call Olori battle. Yes, so because the Bible made it clear that when he wants to fight for us, that our enemies will start to fight themselves. And right now, for the fact that these two are Queen Naomi's enemies, they are beginning to fight themselves, and so shall it continue until they leave their palace for good. Anyway, guys, like I'll always remind you, these are all alleged information, okay? I do not live in the palace. Remember, give my video a thumbs up and share my video. Bye for now.